the Bandit Forerunner High Step. Right now, selling for $13.99. MSRP is $16.99. Either way, for everything you're getting here, front and rear lights, 26-inch wheels, 180mm rotors with hydraulic disc brakes, nicely integrated battery, really easy to pop out too. The bottom pops out. It's a real positive click. It's really easy to know when the battery's in place. You do even have a disconnect here, back here, so if you ever have to service a motor, you got a disconnect, you can take that thing off. Their fenders are plastic, but they don't make a whole lot of noise. You got the light integrated there in the back fender with brake-like functionality. It's just a pretty dang solid package. You have stitch grips here. These are locking. There's actually the little locking pin right there. As we talked about the display when we took off, the 7-speed shifter. It's just got a whole... if you like a fat tire bike, I think it is a little bit more geared towards a larger rider because of that large effective top tube. And it's a pretty high step over height. So I'm probably, I'm 5'10". I'm probably right on the range of, I think, you know, a whole rider is shorter than me. You'd have to be a rider that really likes a large bike. Some people do. Check out the river there as I take a sip of water. So there are some braze-ons there on the back and front, both for racks. Bandit is still coming out with some of their accessories. So in the future, there'll be some accessories. And I do like this style where you're actually bearing the weight of the rack on the seat stays there. And it looks like it has some pretty potentially interesting front rack attachment points. There's like 4 attachment points there. I think you could also move your front light up to one of these if you weren't going with a rack. It's just maybe a little easier place to adjust the light beam. Hopefully you can see this. I didn't bring the passcode NFC card, so I can't do it that way, so I have to use the password, which is the one in the manual. You can reset the password if you would like. I just have not done so. It pretty much goes there every time. So it starts out in assist level 0 every time. Assist level 0 has no throttle. Not always my favorite option. I kind of like having throttle and assist level 0, especially for trail riding. We're going to go up to Sport. Nice color display. I really like the way it comes together. And there's going to be a lot more functionality coming out in the short term. An app, some paid scales where you can immobilize the bike and get alerts if it's been disturbed. So some pretty cool features with this app, this display, but it's also pretty easy to see. But actually not easy to see at all with polarized glasses. It basically just disappears on me. So you can see in a high assist level, that pedal assist comes in pretty good. I threw my suspension seat post on here, and immediately it's like butter. I like it. So you got this suspension fork on the front. It's a big old beast of a bike. So we're gonna see what this top speed is here at throttle real quick. So it looks like it's keyed in right at 20, and I'm not sure if when the app is available, if you'll be able to change that top speed. Got some nice wire management up front with this. I like the Velcro style, it works good. It's not the cleanest looking, but it does a good job. Got a bell. You can use a USB port here that you can use to charge devices. Just gonna go straight into top speed, pedal assist. It's ripping pretty good. I'm not actually spinning out too much. Wow, it feels like it's right. I mean, the display's saying 28. Man, this thing hauls. I was not expecting that. Yeah, at this speed, you do get a lot of hum from the tires and that 750 watt geared hub motor in the back. I've noticed the brakes are a little noisy. I think that's really because of I think it's the rotors. The rotors feel like maybe they're not of the best quality. I have it adjusted pretty well. There's just a little bit of brake noise there. So I'm going to toggle through the assist levels here for you real quick. Well, that's the louder option. All right. So assist level 1. Or we're not even there. I think it's about 9. So assist level 1, yeah, right about 9. 2 is about 12 for me. The way the assist comes in is better than expected at this price point to me. It's not coming, you can feel it kind of, you can probably even hear it there where the assist is coming in and out, but it's doing it really nice and gradually. It's more refined than you get with a lot of these kind of more basic bikes like this. 3, we're about in the 15, 16 range. For me commuting, I'd probably be up in this is level 4, where I'm kind of hitting close 18, 19. So I think I would probably ride this bike a lot in assist level 4 like this, and then you have a little bit of throttle on top of that if you need it. The thing that's most pronounced for me on this bike, it's a large bike. It feels like a large bike. I don't have particularly long arms, and I measured the effective top tube at about 24 inches. So I do feel like I'm reaching. So if you're a shorter rider, I think you probably need to be aware of that. I have the tires right at their PSI maximum at 30. So I generally recommend that for road riding. You start lowering the pressure, it's great for off-road traction. But on the road, you'll start to, the tires will find imperfections and kind of pull you around a little bit. Assist level 6 from the takeoff. See what we got. I don't typically ride in that over 20 miles per hour. So I'm going to be a little over 20, so I'm going to dial back a little bit. It's just a little faster than I really want to ride. Very stable bike. Downhill, no problems at all. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of hang out here throttle only for a minute. Not really like the way I like to ride, but what I can do though, kind of fool it, I can move my legs, I can throttle above the assist level. They got the throttle even pretty dialed in. A lot of times there's a big dead spot on these throttles. It's not too bad. It's real workable. These fat tire bikes are really great on gravel. You know, sand is of course, you know, but I think they really, if you're gonna riding a lot of gravel roads and not a lot of non-paved surface, I really think that's where the sweet spot for fat tire bikes is. Being you only have front suspension, you probably want to keep it to like sort of like fire roads and some stuff like this. But it handles this all, it gives you confidence because you got such good traction. All right, I got a little fun spot up here. So I'm gonna just kind of throttle it, give you an idea what your kind of control you can get. All right. A little sandy or stuff like that, right? No problem. Holding on the down button, turns on the lights. Holding on that button engages walk mode. The power is generally pretty great. There's just a few times under load you feel it's slightly lower than maybe some other 750 watt bikes. So I'm in throttle only. We're down quarter of the battery, so it's not bad, but it's still taking some time to get back up to speed. The Forerunner High Step, performance-wise, acceleration is a little slower than some other 750 watt motors. You can see that on the chart here, including the other Bandit that you'll see the review for. And braking-wise, still, I think good braking, but I'm not feeling, I didn't get quite as much braking as some of the other similar equipped bikes. Riding recreationally, this was under 15 miles per hour, kind of like a Sunday ride. I got 53.7 miles projected range. So pretty great. That's kind of like a maximum range. But I'm going to do a minimum range test too, and that's going to be a follow-up video, but that result will be down in the description. My inkling, it's probably going to still be in the 25-mile range. That's either max pedal assist or max throttle. Hill climbing, you feel a little bit of that same power and acceleration that's a little lower than some of the other bikes in the end of the hill climb. For whatever reason, though it feels quite zippy when you're just riding around. You got the reflective strips inside. Well, this thing's just ready to, man, this thing's ready to do whatever. I think it's a solid bike. I think Bandit did a good job on this thing.